Hey everybody, Dirili here, and boy do I have a lot of things to tell you today. So, I'm going to do that thing that I do occasionally and tell you what the topics will be, and I'll mark the times of the topics in the description so you can skip to the topics that you're interested in if you don't want to hear about all of them. So, the topics will be as follows. Number 1, gaming news. I have more specific release dates for a few games, well, 2 games specifically. Number 2, other channel news. There's lots of new titles going on with the other channels that I've been working with, and it's really exciting. I know a lot of you listening are going to be wanting to hear those. And topic number 3 is my own video plans. Anyone who's been keeping an eye out knows I announced that I came back on a regular basis, but I've been trying to stay somewhat regular anyway, and I'll talk about what my exact plans are that I hope to stick to or even overcome soon. Alright, so down to the topics. Gaming news, like I said. First, Period Cube is available on pre-order on Amazon, and their release date there is April 25th. So I think we can be reasonably sure that's their release date. But yeah, you can go there and pre-order it at the moment. You can also pre-order Hakuoki Kyoto Winds as well there, and their release date is May 31st. So you have about a month in between those two. So that's all I have for the specifics on those. There's still no release date for Bad Apple Wars or the Code Realize fan disc, or Color X Malice. But when I find out, I'll let you know. Alright, so topic 2, news about other channels. Alarin and Irmuni have been translating regularly, and everything's staying the same with them so far. They've been doing well. But Momoko is going to try branching out a bit with her own channel. She's not sure how frequently she can put out the extra videos, but she's going to try to do some Norn 9 Last Era and Diabolik Lover's Haunted Dark Bridal, and I'll be doing the revisions and subtitling for her. The first 2 Norn 9 videos should be up today if they aren't already. With Diabolik Lovers, she's had people ask her to do it, in spite of the fact that there have been translations of it scattered all over the place. So she's going to give it a shot. With both titles, though, it depends on how well they do as to whether or not she's going to keep doing them. Because from start to finish, it takes about 10 hours to do a 15-minute video. From the original recording of the raw, to the translation, the first revision, her checking the revision, subtitling the video, processing and exporting the video, and uploading it to the channel. It's a lot of work that goes into just a 15-minute video. So if they aren't very successful and not many people are watching them, then she won't continue to translate them. There's a lot of other titles out there people want translated, so there are other things to try if those don't work out. So if you like what she puts up and you want her to continue, you should try to pass it on. For instance, though, she had translated the first 4 episodes of Clap, Kind, Love, and Punish, but they didn't get a whole lot of views, so she didn't go any further on it. It wasn't really worth continuing. In fact, even with the rain, she probably wouldn't have continued, except for the fact that I was paying her to. Oh, by the way, with Norn 9 Last Era, that one's a fan disc of the original Norn 9 game, and fan discs work a little bit differently than the original games. Last Era contains scenes for each character before they boarded the Norn, and it also has scenes that are continuations off the ends of the original Norn 9. I think we might have to play all the prequel scenes before we can read the sequel scenes, but whatever the case is, it forces us to start with the Masamune's story before he boards. And I don't know if we get to choose the next character or if they force us to read all of it in order until we're done with all the pre-story stuff or not. I don't know enough Japanese to look up and investigate that. But rest assured, I was not the one that chose to start with Masamune. The game is forcing me to do that. And you'll even see in the screen on the first video that he was the only option. There was nothing else to choose. Now with Rob Ramsey's channel, he's just started reading Pub Encounter, which I highly recommend. I never got around to reading it myself the way I'd wanted to, so I'm listening to his reading myself. He's almost finished with Secrets of Me, and he also started reading some Steins Gate. Much like Momoko, though, what happens with this channel is dependent on if people are watching the titles or not. He's really enjoying Pub Encounter, so he's probably going to finish that one no matter what. But the others are a bit uncertain, particularly Lust in Terra Manor. It's actually a very expensive game, and if you purchase all the material, including the premium stuff, it would cost $120. So I think it's pretty understandable that one would not want to spend that kind of money if they weren't ridiculously infatuated with it, or tons and tons of people were demanding him to continue. But something that affects both of our channels is Nightshade. If that does happen to come out on December 15th, that's going to become priority, so schedules will be rearranged to make room for that no matter what. Now, topic 3, my own channel. If anyone had been observing, I've been putting out a video a day. One on the main channel, then one on the Quickie channel, then the main channel, Quickie channel. I've been going back and forth between the two. And I've been working on catching up on Collar X Malice first on the main channel, since there are the fewest episodes of that to catch up on. And then I'm going to catch up on Trigger Kiss, and then I'm going to catch up on Rain de Fleur, since of course that's the longest, since that was 2 weeks. And once I'm all caught up, I'll be back on the old schedule of 2 Rain de Fleurs a week, 1 Collar X Malice, and 1 Trigger Kiss, provided that all the translators stay well and able. Well, of course, Collar X Malice we're not doing past the intro, since an English version is going to come out next year, but I don't know how many episodes we have left in the intro. The intro's pretty long, it seems. Now, with the Quickie channel, I've been mostly working on finishing Hakuoki, Demon of the Fleeting Blossom. I finished Harada, Okita, Kazuma, and Saito. I'm halfway finished with Heisuke, then all that's left is Hijikata. So when Kyoto Winds comes out, I can start out with a new character, and I'll read the first route without skipping anything, just to compare and see if there's any difference in the main story between the two. I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be anything, well, maybe a little bit new if I were to play the old guys from the original game. Probably a few little things to insert the characters, you know. But I imagine not much. And I've also been inserting videos of Dishonored 2 every so often, because the video game love of my life is the Thief series, and Dishonored is the closest thing I know of to it, and it kills me not to have the time at the moment to spend about 3 weeks straight to play it every day all day. But at least if I play some for the channel, I can make an excuse to do what I want to do and play it, even if not many people watch it. But I'm also going through and reading all the documents and notes in the game, so people can pick up on the little side stories that most people's playthroughs don't really bother with, and plus the heart in the game can read people's secrets. So for major characters, I let it reveal all the secrets, which can be pretty extensive. Like, in the last episode I put up, we read Megan Foster's heart, and there's a pretty long story that goes with her, so when I run into those characters, I'll use the heart to show off as much as I can of those. I'm trying as hard as I can to get ahead of my other jobs so I can free up as much time as I can for the channels again. But it's hard going. Doing what I can, though. Hope to have more news for you on that front and more videos again on a regular basis. But for now, I've got to get back to work. Nose to the grindstone. Thank you so much for listening. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.